Hello viewers, this is Ethiopian Reporter Digital Media News and I'm Nazanna Bzalem. Here are the headlines. Biden green light sanctions on Ethiopia. Concern grows as no humanitarian trucks exit Tigray. And not calls on government to free areas from TPLF control. Proceeding to the details. The United States President Joe Biden signed an executive order paving the way for the U.S. Treasury and the Department of State to sanction Ethiopia over the prolonged war in the northern part of the country. Signed by the President on the 17th of September 2021, the authorization for the Treasury and the State Department orders sanction to block all property and interests in property of the sanctioned person. Hours after Biden signed the order, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed issued an open letter to the President. In the letter, Abiy characterized U.S. policy towards Ethiopia as a hurried and rushed decision. Abiy explained at length how Ethiopian women, children and youth are languishing due to the war caused by the TPLF terrorist group, while the U.S. government and the rest of the world have taken a biased position. The executive order signed by President Joe Biden on Friday allows the U.S. Treasury and the State Department to sanction leaders and groups if they do not soon take steps to end the violence. Biden said in a statement those targeted could include members of the government of Ethiopia and Eritrea, the Tigray People's Liberation Front TPLF and the Amhara regional government. In a separate statement, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the U.S. would delay imposing sanctions if the warring parties cease ongoing hostilities and enter into ceasefire negotiations immediately and without preconditions. The government and the UN in Ethiopia expressed concern over trucks delivering humanitarian assistance to Tigray not exiting the region. In her regular press briefing on Thursday, 16th of September 2021, Bilene Siyum, the head of foreign languages and digital media within the Prime Minister's office, said out of the 466 trucks that have entered the region to deliver humanitarian assistance, 428 trucks are yet to exit the region. Similarly, UN Ethiopia tweeted none of the 149 trucks in the convoy that reached Mekelle last week returned. Bilene also complained that despite the government's effort to decrease the checkpoints for humanitarian trucks entering Tigray from 7 to 2, there is no increase in the number of humanitarian trucks operated by partners, as Brooke Abdu reports. A NAT party called on the federal government to free some south and northward law areas that are under the control of the Tigray People's Liberation Front TPLF forces. In a statement issued on Friday, 17th of September 2021, the party stated that the people in the area are suffering from the ongoing war and requested the federal government to liberate the areas under TPLF control and take possible steps to provide the necessary basic needs before it's too late. The area is marred by lack of basic needs. Accordingly, the party requested humanitarian organizations to lend a hand and provide humanitarian assistance to people facing extreme shortage of food and medicine. In addition, it urged all political parties to stand together and be a vote for people and for media institutions to report the reality on the ground. The party has been receiving dozens of complaints from the area, and a large number of innocent civilians are being killed. Women have been raped, and some are dying from shortage of medicine, the statement reads. According to Sisai Sahalu's report, the party stated that it's very concerned by the negligence of the government while witnessing events that lead to catastrophe as history repeats itself. That was all for today. For more information, please visit our website, thereporterethiopian.com. Thank you for watching.